Greetings.
Peace and blessings, goddess. How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
Man, I can't complain. I can't complain at all. I'm online with Meng. Meng, you'll introduce yourself for us, please?
I'm Ming Inc. of Ming Inc. Vision. I'm a published tattoo model, reality TV star. I create content. I used to work in radio. I am a sorceress, a magician, and an alchemist.
I say, where you from?
I'm from New York City.
New York, New York. I say,
Uh-huh.
what part?
I am in Queens,
I
South
say,
Side, home of 50
Queen,
Cent and Nicki Minaj.
Queens. I like that. I like that. Tonight, I wanted to talk more with you, especially about the matriarch. I've been doing this thing where we really been pushing for the matriarch energy and everything else, and I've been doing everything right except for one thing. I haven't been talking to enough matriarchs. I'm talking to everybody about the matriarch except to the matriarch. So
Super
I want
important to get the feminine divine perspective at all times.
yeah, man. Because some people they'll say some little slick stuff. Uh, uh um, they playing the wolf in sheep clothing, and everybody try to slide into that conversation about feminine energy, but they're not really into that whole feminine energy. So, tonight I want to talk to you about a couple different things, especially about the goddess energy or matriarch energy. And I know that you've always been into that Lilith energy, real tough. You want to talk to me about that a little bit?
Lilith energy, this is what we're starting with. Lilith energy is very powerful and it's very tricky. Like, in order to use or to even yield Lilith, you have to be prepared for her. I started out by getting a Lilith sigil. And why did I do that for? So I had it tatted right here, okay, right underneath my Michael sigil. And I caused a hell of a lot of damage very quickly, and I had to cover it up.
Mm.
So Lilith is so powerful and so unhinged and unchained that like it's quick and it's scary. So like you have to really be ready for it and be grounded to even step into Lilith.
I see. So you would
Strong.
say you got
To me, it's an element. She's a fire element energy.
I see. And who is Lilith? And who is Lilith?
Well, there's a lot of speculation. Lilith is only mentioned in a few places, okay, on a positive level, like, and that would be like Jewish Hebrew folklore. But Lilith is considered to be a dark feminine energy now. There's different levels of divine energy. But Lilith would be dark energy, and Lilith would be the first woman, technically speaking, or the first demon, technically speaking. Lilith was, it's said in certain texts that she's a vampire. And she became a demon because it says that she said God's name in vain, screaming it because she did not want to stay with Adam. And when she did that, she became a demon, basically.
Mm.
And honestly, she was the first that, in a way, went against God because of they're saying her false idol worship, because people made actual pendants so that Lilith would either protect her kids or not eat their babies. Like they literally were petrified of her. So it's like different talks about Lilith throughout history.
I see.
I don't see her as a vampire. When I tap into her energy, it's unapologetic. Like I tap into Lilith if I'm restoring my power, or if I went through, or if you go through something traumatic, you go with Lilith because Lilith is not gonna play. She's like Kali Ma. Like certain energies is just absolute.
You think Lilith, just out of curiosity, is Lilith almost of the same energy as Medusa?
Okay, that is very much in alignment. Like I said, that's dark feminine energy. Like with Medusa, she could freeze you, and that snake energy. That's But right now we're in the year of the snake, so this is also why these certain women goddesses are powerful and necessary. Like they're gonna cut out the things that are false, and they are also going to trigger, like you said about like talking to feminines instead of masculines, because masculines that are not healed of trauma, masculines that have issues, with their parents, or especially with their mother relationships, they can't deal with that certain type of dark feminine energy because that shit is not playing with them. Like, it's either you align, or it just, she totally triggers all of the problems that you have, and they force you into your shadow work. So
I'm glad you said that. That's the topic. That's the name. One of the names that I came up with this today's episode with you. It's called the Shadow Bolt, and we talk about different stones and different crystals that they usually don't talk about too much. Things you can do in your
right.
rituals or whatever. I don't have that many people I can really talk to about stones and goddesses. I've been trying to talk to a lot of different people about feminine energy, but then when we get to the goddess energy, we don't want to talk about the real goddess energy and the different things. We want to seem like all of it was made up, or do we want to believe these folklores and everything else? And I really want to just get to the uncut raw energy of it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so with the Lilith energy, what stones do you use as far as you said your sigils? First off, what is a sigil?
A sigil is a sacred symbol that is assigned to that angel or demon. So, and the sigil is usually like something that is consecrated. It's usually a circle. Like Michael, for example, is they're always in circles because they have to be, sealed. And then this one is in Latin. Then each name is in Latin on the outside of the circle, and then it has the actual symbol. So the sigil is the symbol. And usually, when you're doing sigils, they usually have like a flow to them. Like, some sigils have to be written where you put your pen down and you don't stop. Like, and you stay in the flow. It just depends. Every sigil is different.
No, I've heard a lot about them in the seals of Solomon, and I didn't know that you could also do angel sigils and stuff of that nature. So that's crazy. Yeah.
Yes, now with the Goetia, okay, you would use your angel's. If you're going to summon a demon, you would use your angel's sigil to control the demon. So every demon has, just like demons have legions and their own symbols, angels have their own territories. So there is a angel to go with each demon, and sometimes two angels for the demon, and those are the ones that restrain them. But to go back to what you said about the crystals and how to use them and Lilith, I use bloodstone with Lilith.
Mm.
Um and I always keep obsidian. Like, I use my dark crystals. Because it's dark. Think of it like dark feminine energy is dark crystals. And love things are like things associated with love. Pink, rose quartz. um like, if I'm fucking with Lilith, then I'm putting in an obsidian yoni egg, okay? And as a woman, we should be using yoni egg crystals in our wombs, in our vaginas, to go with whatever energy we're dealing with, and also for certain intentions.
What's the
So, like,
Yanni
if you
egg?
got a broken heart, you pop it in a rose quartz, you know what I'm saying?
What's the Yanni egg?
A yoni egg. A yoni egg is a crystal that is shaped like an actual egg, and you insert it into your vagina, okay? And you leave it there for a little while. Some, 2 hours at a time, in and out. It just depends on what you're doing. Some have little strings on them, which I do suggest getting one with a string because it's easy to pull it in and pull it out, because it's really hard sometimes to get them out if they don't have a string. That's just the woman perspective right there. So, they're essential. They're also good for your feminine health. Also for women that have like really bad periods and stuff. Certain eggs will regulate you, like you would use carnelian. Carnelian will ground you and also regulate your period. So, I usually suggest with those it would be obsidian, rose quartz, carnelian. Uh, I want to say you can use amethyst, but not really. It depends. Amethyst will get you going. It'll be too fast. Um, everything, it depends on your intention. So, like, with your crystals, you want to incorporate your hoodoo. There's herbs that go with certain crystals. It all
Yeah.
depends on what work you're doing. But everything has a certain pairing. Every goddess has a certain pairing.
Mhm. No, I'm with the crystal goddess of New York, Queens, New York, the goddess herself, Meng. And tonight we're gonna keep on digging deeper and deeper into each one of these divine feminine energies, these goddess energies, what they might call dark energies and everything else, but the energies that get things done. The Oyas, the Aishas, the Oshuns, the
I
Liliths,
I
the
love
Mama
me some
Waka.
Oya and Oshun.
You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, like I want to talk to somebody that really knows about these or really works with these energies. Of course, I work a lot with Oya energy as well. Is that another energy you're familiar with?
Of course, Oya is the goddess of the cemetery and also the supermarket. She is in charge of the marketplace. Like everything goes through her in that way. So I access her through the supermarket or through the graveyard. But if I go to the graveyard, there's certain things I have to wear, certain things that have to be in place before I go in. Oya is a rainbow color. Okay, I like to use like different aura crystals for her too. I like to use moonstone with her too.
Man,
Uh, Oya is the wind. Okay, she's so beautiful. She's so quick. It's different for me working with Orishas than other deities because of the interaction and how strong they are and how quick they respond to you.
yeah.
With Oya, she likes to have baskets, and you make her different baskets, like fruit baskets with grains in them, and you would leave it at the gate of the cemetery, or you would put it in the garbage at the supermarket.
Mm.
Yes, she responds to that. Um, she likes eggplant. She likes eggplant. She really does. And every goddess or deity has a number associated with her or him, and she is a nine.
I
Oya
say,
is nine, so she's divine. Nine is divine anyway. Um, Yansa.
I say. What stones do you use when you try to communicate with her?
Um, I don't know. Like when I work with Oya, like I said, I use Moonstone. Um, I don't really use them with her like for communication. I just use them for like grounding energy. So like I will put like certain crystals around her. Like I said, her colors are rainbow. So like with Oya, I like to put like rainbow aura, like or peacock. Um, I don't know, just like colors. She likes colors.
I know I usually use a ruby a lot because going back to earlier when you said that you like to use
Hmm.
bloodstone, and we didn't dig into that one, but I should have. When you said bloodstone or carnelian, why do you use bloodstone? What does bloodstone really activate? What is bloodstone used for?
I personally use bloodstone for I use it. Okay, one, it's good for like air signs. It's good for like certain grounding type of an effect. Bloodstone gives me protection. It gives me protection when I work with dark energy. It
I've
saves
noticed a
me.
lot of
It's
so-called bloodstones like carnelian,
hmm.
ruby, all those different things represent the blood of ancestors. Even to the Christian lore, they say the bloodstone is the blood of Christ, the Christ or whatnot. So they always talk about the power of these stones.
But to me, like bloodstone, certain stones like hit you real hard, but bloodstone is a subtle energy. It's like subtle and it's grounding. Like that's how it feels to me.
I'm sure I say.
But
And
don't
then
get
the
it
other,
twisted though. Like I will go ahead and also get into tektites too. I will tektite something.
I've been having that conversation about Tektites for a while, but I was having with the wrong people because instead
Right.
you say something about a meteorite to a flat earther, then it's oh man, meteorites don't exist. So I have the meteorite right here. So that conversation didn't go where I thought it was gonna go. That was like going all over the place. But why do you like Tektites?
Okay, tektites were to me are like high level. Like you don't go in entry level into tektites because they are so powerful. And tektites are not crystals. They are, like you said, meteorites or lava or something like that that form from molten after some type of impact. My
Mm-hmm.
favorite that so popular that everybody loves is moldavite.
Mm.
And moldavite, they always tell you how it will fuck your life up. It really will. It's not that it fucks your life up. It literally magnifies and in intensity wherever you are. So if you are not flowing and not right, then you gonna introduce moldavite and your shit is gonna be 80 times worse. If you are ascending and use moldavite, oh my goodness, it's absolute acceleration. The thing about moldavite is it takes you. It's like there's this whole swoon over your body when you're touching real moldavite, and that formed from Czech Republic. It was from the hitting the firmament, the meteor hitting the firmament, and then that hot molten came down in Czech Republic in BC. So all real moldavite was formed in BC, and you have to really go to Czech Republic to get it. Otherwise, it's not moldavite. It's just green fake color glass.
And funny thing about moldavite is we were just talking about a lot of divine feminine energies where moldavite is it is a feminine energy. And get stuff done is really a feminine energy per se, or
And
even a heart
colors
chakra
matter.
energy.
So I
Yeah.
agree. It's green. So green is what? Heart chakra. And heart chakra is, you know, heartbeat. Like to me, it's like to me, certain things like are like the pulse and the heartbeat of the earth. Because moldavite, I don't know, bro. Moldavite is crazy. It's crazy. It's not for everybody.
I say,
And
I
I
say.
like yeah. But there's other ones. There's Libyan desert glass. That's more
Mhm.
subtle. And that's like a yellow, when you're working with your crown chakra. And that would bring me to Oshun.
So yeah, yo, living desert gold. Yeah, using desert gold for your rituals most definitely gets it. That they still look at that as gold. Anything gold, especially real gold or living desert gold, they most definitely will help your
Well, it's
manifestation.
it's desert glass.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah,
that
yeah.
golden sandstone, she likes that too. With a lot of people don't know, Oshun is the most beautiful, charming mother of mothers. She is the she the sacred owner of honey is actually Eshu, but she is also where she keeps the container. And Oshun is a seductive feminine divine energy. And Oshun was amazing because she saved us in the stories of her existence. She turned into a vulture actually for us and was restored back to like her peacock type of beautiful state. But she is the most charming, and I access her with her crystals. Mirror, she loves mirrors, but you would do oranges for her. She likes oranges with cinnamon sticks, and you'll put honey, you put sugar, and she likes her herbs because she's a witch. She likes herbs. Any herbs that you give her, she's gonna yield. Uh, Also, she likes pretty things. Like I will put like yellow sapphire, like different types of yellow things that burst.
I'm glad you said that because most people go the easy way route and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get citrine for her," but not realizing most citrine is fake. It's fake. So I was
Most of
gonna say
it's fake, and
imperial
citrine
topaz.
is just burnt amethyst. So that was like
Burnt
a
emphasis.
purple
Yeah, yeah,
being
yeah.
burnt yellow.
I'm glad you skipped over the basics and be like, yo, let's go Imperial Topaz or something like that. So yeah, that makes a big difference
What?
too. Yeah.
Yes, that
And if
yellow
she does,
aquamarine. Like, yo, there's certain things, certain crystals. It's crystal for everything. So,
it really is. We're in the Shadow Vault tonight, and we're talking to the Queen of Crystals in New York, Miss Meng,
Empress.
Empress. I'm sorry, my apologies. But and going back to carnelian, I know we bouncing around the different deities, but going back to carnelian, why do you think carnelian is such a powerful stone in these rituals or manifestations with these entities?
Just like what you said, like piggyback for what you said about carnelian. It's red. Red is deep. Blood of ancestor. Carnelian is very fucking grounding. I don't know if you know, but you touch that. Like I have two twin carnelian little towers,
Hmm.
and it just provides this certain firmness to me. And it's a smooth firmness. Like you're empowered and you just know what you're doing when you use it. But
I'm
that
sure.
is just straight ancestor.
Yeah, they said carnelian is the blood of a set. That's what they used to call it back in the day, the blood of a set. Yeah, and it's protection, like you said, it's protection, grounding. Warriors will wear it on their on their armor for good luck and to protect them. But that's like being covered in the blood of what they would say back in the day. They say the blood of Christ. They're
The
really
blood of
talking
the
about the blood
lamb,
of a set. Yeah, the blood of a set. So
Christ
that's
consciousness. And with that, what you just said is I also had this one moment where I was obsessed with recreating the breastplate of Aaron, because actually that's a really key. Like the 12 tribes of Israel, each one has a stone and is represented by a stone. That's also important with pairing whatever working you're doing. But when you have that breastplate, that's supposed to give you the ultimate attainment, the like highest of consciousnesses, which is super hard though. It has to be like fitted, the stones. If anybody a reacher stone would know how to put that together.
There's a lot to it too, because in the translation they lie about a lot of those stones too. So we
Yes.
would have to sit there and
That was
understand.
a big problem that I was having, was identifying which stone it really was. And it's too much it's a lot of like different names. Like they use the word beryl for emeralds. So you have to know
Mhm.
like what they're really talking about, because names change. And then I feel like there's a certain geometry cut to each stone that they're not telling you. Like, you know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense. It does.
Like there's some sacred geometry. These are the five platonic solids, which are also located in Metatron's cube. And
Yeah,
I do have like I have these in all quartz. And quartz keeps you on your path. And quartz is also important. Don't leave quartz out. Quartz,
definitely.
time window quartz, you can travel through time. You go backwards, you go forwards. Don't get me started about that.
Break it down. We're in the shadow vote. Break it down. Tell us more about it.
Oh, there's so much. It's so much.
Because no, most definitely, I most definitely do work with a lot of course myself. Right now, like I said, I'm working with a lot of different ancient bloodstones. When I'm talking about bloodstones, carnelian, jaspers, rubies, things of that nature to
I love
communicate through that
Jasper.
ancient, yeah, ancient. If you're talking about grounding and everything of that
What are you
nature.
using your Jasper with?
Well, Jasper, I want to keep it like either I keep it in my hair or I keep it in one of my pillows, so it helps me with dream recall.
Okay.
Dream recall. But I'm gonna tell you
I
this.
use malachite for my dreams.
I
I
was just
use
about to say.
malachite.
Well, I was about to say jet because it helps you with the
Oh,
shuttle recall.
let's talk
Shuttle
about
recall.
that. Let's get into that. A lot of people don't know about Jet. Now, if you're a practicing Ifa, Santeria, or whatever, yo, Jet, bro. Jet is crazy. Now, Jet is, I actually have a Jet. I have one Jet piece here. This is from the Hangshin dynasty. So I got obsessed with Jet. I got obsessed with the Hangshin pieces, because a lot of people don't know that the Hangshin dynasty is an ancient Asian dynasty that left. They were just like the Aztecs. They ascended and they disappeared. Now this is a Hangshin dynasty jet um monkey.
That's beautiful.
Um I don't really know what this guy does. I just know he does something. I'm not gonna explain what he does. Like my son is a monkey. I picked this up and he just started yelling. So I don't even know. We're not gonna talk about that. But I have different ones, and they all do different things. Like I have this little alien guy named Bubbles. I name him Bubbles. He's listening to using this, and he's like a little man. But he's, but they're, to me, these stones are prophetic. I don't know how you use them, but they're prophetic.
No, they've been around for millions and millions of years. The stone's gonna do what the stone's designed to do anyway. All we do is put our art to it, and we got to realize the stone, like you said, quartz stones are alive the same way we are. They want to ride us the same way we want to ride with them. So
Right?
yeah,
People
yeah,
need to really understand. Like you have to love them. They're like really alive, and they hold the light codes. Think about it. These are light codes that are entrapped from forever. We don't know how long those rocks before they turned into the crystals, how much that sedimentary process took. Like it's crazy. You're literally holding like an artifact. Like,
thanks.
and I have
So
some stuff. Like I have this thing right here. Where do I have? Let me see. Hold on. I have something called dragon stone. Now this dragon stone is only found. Y'all watch Ozark, that show. Well, this is only found in the Ozark. Okay, it's only grown in this lake, these lakes in the Ozark, and this is dragon. So this is for now. This I use that if I'm working with like Damiadora, anybody with snakes. Okay,
say that name again.
Damiadora,
Tell me
which
about
is
her. Tell me about her. All these
okay.
dominant
She's
energies
super
throwing out their name.
important. Like, if
I
you
want to hear
really
their
want to
name. I
get
want to hear
into
their story.
this shit is for real. Like, a lot of people sleep on Dami Adora is like Mama Wata, Santa Marta.
Ah,
This is snake, straight snake. This is fucking dominate everything. Okay. The problem with it though is like she's so strong, bro. You have to protect yourself and have your boundaries. And whatever you offer and ask for, you got to give your shit, or she will take over your soul. Okay. All right. Now imagine Damidora, it dominates the ground. Like I learned of my relationship with Damidora with Eshu. Because if you really look at Damidora, she's holding a baby. There's a baby in the middle of her and the snakes are around her. But I figured, wait, that baby kind of reminds me of Eshu. You know what I'm saying? So when I paired Damidora with Eshu, she literally told me that she has to be no further than 3 feet from Eshu. Because when Eshu drops shit, she gotta hear the sound. But when Eshu drops whatever he drops, when you're divinating with him, when you're attending to him, she gonna carry it out. And when I tell you she gonna carry it out, it's absolute. She's gonna get it done. She does not play. She dominates everything, bro. There's not nothing she doesn't dominate. So imagine your whole floor is Dominadora.
And what stone you say you like to utilize when you communicate with her?
Anything dragon. That dragon stone. She really likes. Let me see what she likes. She does like aquamarine, but let me tell you her favorite: Herkimer diamonds. She loves Herkimer because that Herkimer gives her some frequency that she can communicate. She can literally communicate with you through everything. Okay, give her some copper, bro. You want to give her actual copper pieces. If you give her copper pieces, she will communicate with you through a person. She will have a person talking to you straight to you because she doesn't play it. So,
I say, man, what's your if you don't mind me asking real quick off topic, what's your nationality?
my father is Cantonese Chinese, was rest in peace.
I say,
And my mother is Native American Indian. She's Cheyenne and Blackfoot and Irish. My great great grandfather was Irish. And we are Southern Black. She's Geechee.
mm,
So my mommy's mixed up and my daddy's Chinese.
that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of energy going on ancestral wise. So when you
So
said
for
that your
super hard to
father,
figure out. It's like I don't know which way to go sometimes.
no, I mean, yeah, tap into whatever works for you. I was just about to ask you, do you ever work with a Quan Yin and Jade?
Oh man. Okay. Every time I feel danger, guys, anytime I feel like or I want to be lucky and I want to win money, I put my jade on. My jade is for my jade bracelet, guys. Just broke the other day. I should show you it, but it's a thick jade with dragons etched around it, and it only breaks when it protects you. And if you're Chinese, you know like that jade is really hard to get on and it's tight. So you gotta like force it onto your arm,
And don't
like,
take it off.
and you don't take it off. But and Quan Yin, amazing. That's mother. Like you said, you want to talk about matriarchs. Quan Yin is your mom. I have a Quan Yin statue of her on top of a turtle. She's just so beautiful, so smooth. They love oranges. They love jade. She loves pearls. Any mother loves pearl. Yemoja, Yemaya, pearl. This is pearl, and this is. I put this on today because we're live. Why? Because this is lapis lazuli, and that allows me to speak freely with my throat chakra. So when you know that you're speaking, you have an event or you have something like that, you want to put in this, and this is tapping into straight Yemoja, Yemaya, which is mother energy. So, you pair your crystals and you utilize the right spirits for whatever it is that you're doing at all times. I literally have my kid go to the car and go get this because I'm like, oh no, I gotta go live. I gotta talk to people.
So
See?
we're talking about lapis lazuli. Let's talk about Hathor. Are you familiar with Hathor energy?
Yes. Hathor, with Hathor, I don't know if she's necessarily good or bad because she can go both ways. Um, that's cow. That's mother cow. That's Egyptian. Okay. She also represents like Oshun beauty. She's very beautiful. Um, I noticed though with Hathor, like she doesn't really talk to me back, but she holds the position. Like she holds the position and she keeps like I'm a mom, so she just keeps me right. Like in that well, I use the mom for that too, to keep my house clean. But Hathor is she's like vitality. She's beauty. I had something on her. With crystals, fertility. She likes turquoise. And a
Turquoise,
lot
yeah.
of people don't know. They think it's only blue turquoise. I also give her the white, which is what's that called again?
White buffalo.
Help me out.
White buffalo.
Um, it's white buffalo. There's another name for it because of the H.
White turquoise?
Howlite.
No,
How?
that's not turquoise. Howlite's not turquoise. Howlite is howlite. White turquoise
That's
is
white.
white buffalo. Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
white,
just
but
one
it's
buffalo.
not turquoise. Yeah, yeah, no, I got you.
Okay. So white buffalo it is. I don't think so. There's another white one that I use. But like right now I have her with a white bull too. Like I literally have Hathor and the white bull in front of her.
Shall say. Quick question. Why do you think so many of these goddess energies, all these goddess deities, are represented by serpents and dragons and things of that nature? The Quan, the Mamawatas, the Oyas, all these different energies. Why are they represented by the serpent and the dragon energy?
Okay, real answer. And I just came to this, okay? There's good and there's bad, supposedly, there's duality, but the woman is really the dark energy. We are considered whoever we are. But the snake, the kundalini is knowledge. It's just like darkness, Lucifer, morning star, knowledge. The woman holds the wisdom. So that wisdom strikes. It's striking. It's it's kundalini. It rises. It's the womb of life. It gives creation. So something that gives creation can also take that shit away. And these energies can consume you. That's why I said they're dangerous. But we're necessary. But we give that balance. Like to me, the father holds the protection and like the good light and the plan, but in the balance is us women. Like that's why we always get such a bad name, like like in the Bible, because Eve ate the apple first or whatever that was, but that snake was knowledge. That's all
But like
wrong
you
too.
said,
Let's not talk about that because we're gonna
no. Talk about it. But like I say, shadow vote. Like, I want to talk about it because when we say the first thing we say is we're I had one brother tell me about all these different things and how we look at women and everything else. And I said, you're clearly looking through the European the eyes and think with the European mind, because that's not what we think about our women. That's not what we think about when we talk about the Bible. Our ancestors, our traditions go way, way further than the Bible. So
Mhm.
when we're talking about when I'm talking about these entities, these energies, I'm talking direct
Kumbhagira.
source. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to know when you talk about everybody want to get into their cult, but don't want to go all the way to the source. We want to stop and cap ourselves at this little limited information, think we know everything. But the whole time you can really tap into. I've heard guys talk about these temples and everything else. And then when you ask them, let's go deeper into the temple, they can't go no deeper into the temple because they don't really tap into the esoteric knowledge of it. Oh, it
You
looked
gotta go
good.
into the forbidden knowledge because you're not gonna understand. Like I had to go to the beginning. I was so after I opened myself and I started my studies, I needed to know what really happened. So I went to the beginning. And the beginning woman we should be talking about is, if you're not gonna talk about Sophia, then we're gonna talk about Sybil. Because the Sybil woman was the beginning. And that in the beginning was Abraxas, really. And Abraxas was the darkness and it was the void. And that's the head, which is the chicken, which was like if that's like the sun, and the feet are snakes, which is the
Snakes, yeah.
woman, which goes from the like I said, the woman is on the ground. We are on the ground. We cover ground. That's what we cover. The snake is on the ground. And then the chicken, the man, the father is like the sun, the rooster, the top.
You keep saying about the father, so you believe in balanced energy. Because I hear a lot of people be talking about matriarch, and the first thing they say is there is no man, men don't exist. I hate men. I'll be like, wait, I thought it was balanced. When you look at Mayat represents the balance energy, right? And like I said, it'd be kind of off balance when I talk to other men about the matriarch, because some people really just be trying to talk upon some pussy. Let's call it what it is. Some people try to hide under the wolf and sheep clothing and everything else and try to, oh, matriarch this, matriarch that, but they're not really tapping into the matriarch. It just sounds good.
Well,
So
let's look at like simple shit, like science, and let's look at the ankh. How's the ankh representative? What's on top of the ankh? You got an
uh,
ankh?
yeah, I have several. Let me go get one for you.
Okay. So while he goes to get it, my ankh, one of them on my arm. I have a copper custom ankh from Egypt too. That's to my frequency. The ankh on top is. Oh, wait till he gets back. Where you from? But what does that look like? To me, if you really look, like my ankh actually looks like a person. If we really, really look, it looks like a person. It's the whole Trinity.
Most
Now,
definitely that divine
hold it up.
energy.
All right. See, of course he's showing off. He didn't get you a regular ankh. He got you something that looks like a Jade powered ankh. Okay. So the top of the ankh is considered the womb. And then what goes inserts in the womb? The penis. From the bottom, the stick. The
Mhm.
stick going into the womb. And then across vertically is what? The children.
The
Okay?
ovary.
The ovaries too, or the ovaries. But that's where the children are. So
Yeah.
the womb is, it has the woman on top. And if you look at the Christian church and Catholic, it's the cross. And the cross is missing what?
Oh wow.
The cross is missing the womb because they tried to take the women out, just like they tried to take out her story. It's history. So it's time for us to tell her story.
I shall
I don't
say.
know why. I mean, I know why. They never wanted women to know how strong we really were. And that's crazy. But everything's misconstrued in this dimension. Like Baphomet. It's androgyny. You have to have the feminine principle and the masculine principle. And then
Thank
there's
you.
the Holy Spirit. Like it's holy, like there's really a also unseen entity that is always there. But it's man, woman. If you don't have that, you don't have balance. Look how far off we are. If the church snatched the womb off of the cross, our original cross is the ankh. If they snatched it off and they remove us, they think that they can remove our essence. No, they're just subdued it. And I don't know if you know, but if you subdue your lower nature and you subdue something for so fucking long, it morphs into something else. Okay? It becomes stronger. Okay? It
That
becomes
segment energy.
unapologetic. It
Segment
becomes
energy.
striking like a fucking snake. So right now, as we've gotten all these solar flares and all these upgrades and these fucking EMPs and all this shit that's hitting us right now, women are gonna fucking wake up with all these fucking powers. Look what happens when you fight with a woman. And then next thing you know, your car is keyed, you're fucking losing your hair, your dick is falling off. It's because you fuck with the wrong woman.
Yeah.
That's
Playing game
straight
with that
snake
divine feminine
energy, baby. Be careful, my mans. Watch how you talk to women. And the most disgusting thing right now is a unhealed man that's narcissistic walking around acting like he's stronger than a divine feminine. Like that's your biggest mistake right there. A woman is so powerful. A Sybil. Let's go back to Sybil's. They said that Sybil was really the one there at Noah's Ark. It was three women. It wasn't even Noah. It's like that shit didn't even exist. And the Sybil is almost represented with the dove. Now, a Sybil was always kept during time by a king. In each kingdom, they had a Sybil. She was the oracle. She was the one that the king went to, not only for prophecy, but what I learned is what a Sybil says is so. Okay? So that's why Sybil women also had a great deal of discipline because they knew what came out their mouth made it so. Okay?
power.
And that's scary because that's
Manifestation.
the double edged sword. That's the shit that they talk about. They touch on it, but they don't talk about the woman's part in it. That double-edged sword that we have, our mouth, our emotion, if we say something and you're a Sybil of original DNA Sybil bloodline, you made it so. So if you cross a woman like that, she could speak a curse upon you. She don't need to reference, she don't need to summon, she don't need to do anything.
I shall
Scary.
say. Nah, man, and look, it keeps balance. Balance. It's not scary as long as you keep the balance. You know what I'm saying? And going
Right.
back to what you said about the Catholic Church, even though they try to hide it with the cross with everything else, they still pray to what? They still pray to that Black Madonna.
The Black
The Black
Madonna.
Madonna. I've been trying to have conversation with people on this Black Madonna thing for a minute, and I haven't got the answer I was looking for. But
I have
Yeah,
a book by a lady that she wrote about the Black Madonna and about all this matriarch shit. I'm gonna link you with her so you can bring her on. She's dope. She's white, but she's dope.
I say. What's her name? Madam Bacasli or something like that.
I don't. It's something I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah,
I
she.
got her from OTO because, like, I dabble everywhere, so I have a strong study on the Book of Law and Babylon and Libra 49, and you know she wrote this book where like you read the poetry, you read the things, and it activates something in your divine feminine.
Oh man, I ain't gonna pull it out right now because I got the Draconian Path book, and it got
Oh
so many
Lord.
different pictures and stuff in there that I can't just give it to everybody. But at the
Right.
same time, it's not all evil though. So
Next
it's
one,
like
we're gonna do a little PowerPoint. We're gonna put some visuals for them.
I say, Goddess, man, I really appreciate where we're going with this. And just to throw out there, when we're talking about that triple darkness or that dark divine feminine energy, I would like to throw out there a couple other stones. Pneumite. Are you familiar with pneumite
No, I'm not too familiar with Newmite.
or labradorite? Labradorite is a
Okay,
good one.
labradorite is
Mm-hmm.
so freaking amazing. I suggest that when you're trying to create something, when you have a project, you need inspiration or to be inspired, or you're working on anything for your job, like that gives you ideas. It makes you super innovative. And if you're an artist, it allows you creation for your art pieces.
Labradorite is most definitely protective energy as well, manifestation, and that's what goes back to the pneumite. You're talking about triple darkness. We were talking about triple darkness.
What's
Labradorite,
Newmite? What's
pneumite.
that look like?
It's a darker version of labradorite. It's a black version of labradorite. It's black
Oh, I gotta get
labradorite.
that. I gotta get
Yeah,
that.
pneumite is most definitely. If you're talking about
So
triple
it has
darkness, you
that
go.
iridescent shine in black.
Yeah,
Wow,
black.
that's sexy.
Black, but has those flashes, and those flashes when
I
you're
love
holding
that.
it in the darkness becomes light. Those flashes are
Yeah, it's
light.
like iridescent light. Dope.
Yeah, so you can use this to protect you from shadow energies. Also, jet, because you're
Let me
literally
write that
protecting
down. I
shadows.
need some new might.
Yeah, pneumite's most definitely powerful. Uh, labradorite, jet, obsidian, because obsidian you can scry, and you're not just scrying, you're scrying, and you're looking at entities that you think you're talking to yourself, but you're talking to whole different realms and different things of that nature. So you got to peace and blessings to the
Scrying is
tribe, man.
crazy. Scrying, you gotta protect yourself. That's how you said because you don't know what dimension you in. You don't even know where the fuck you at.
But okay, so I'm gonna show you something because a lot of people talk about these tools and they don't know how to use them, right? So you're right, scrying is something you got to be careful with. But when you scry, you're supposed to have these other tools with you when you do it. Like this, I keep talking about this, and they haven't really just gone on to it. But are you familiar with this?
Oh, I had one of those.
The Vajra.
I had one that was like round. I need one
So
of those.
A Vajra, no demon, angel, whatever you want to call it, because some things are older than angels and demons. But none of them entities or spirits would play with you when you have a Vajra there. When you summon it,
Yeah, you
it
should have
only
been
would
sent
be.
me one of those. Okay.
It's kind of hard
I
to
need
find,
one of
like,
those. I
but the
had one that
Vajra.
was like bootleg, but it broke.
Yeah, well, no, it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to break. If it's a real one,
It
they call
broke.
it the indestructible diamond, the Vajra or the Dorje. But the oldest name is the Vajra, and the Vajra helps like
I need that.
it's a lightning bolt. If you look at Shiva, he has the lightning bolt in his hand. Shango, all these entities have that
I
lightning
have
bolt in their
Shiva.
hand. So yeah, so it's literally north, south, east, west.
Shiva, you gotta give him ghee butter or else he's angry. And he likes sandalwood.
My
But we're not talking about
look,
men right now, so
exactly. I was about to say I made that mistake before. Tonight we're not even talking about Shiva. I just brought that up there. You know what I'm saying? So.
I love Shiva.
But or we can say Oya and that Oya energy with those lightning strikes. But this Vajra helps you when it's a walkie-talkie, it's a communicom with spirit realm. If I
Dude.
call on my
Oh, I need
dragon,
that.
yeah, you're like nothing else is gonna play the game with playing with this Vajra because it'll destroy them if it's not them who's been called. You know how when you play Ouija boards, any spirit will pop up and lie to you and be like, oh yeah, I'm such, and they might be lying the whole time trying to play games. They have nothing but time. Where Vajra is not going to allow that. So
Also, let me say, like these demons and entities, they could really possess you and they can also create illusions. So you have to use your crystals and like he said, those certain tools or else they'll fuck with your whole life.
another one, amethyst. Talking about the Dark Crystal. You ever seen that movie Dark Crystal?
I love amethyst. They put that on me since I was a kid. But when I wear amethyst, or okay, if I wear citrine, I'm a lesbian. And if I wear amethyst, okay, and I'm not a lesbian, I'm probably bisexual sometimes. No, I'm sapiosexual. But when I put on citrine, I'm gay. Like I don't know what it is. Women are so attracted to me when I wear citrine, bro. Like
I'll give you one. I'll give you one. Another a little cheat code with stones. You ever heard of apophyllite? Apophyllite?
is
It's a type of
it
quartz.
is it's not the brown. What does it look
No,
like?
no, it's almost a quartz, but it's a little different. It has lines in it. That's how you can tell it. It's almost like a dambarite.
No. And I know okay, no. I need that. What I do with that?
Where this one will get the exact opposite of the citrine one. Apophyllite. If you're around men, it will make you very desirable to men. Like they'll listen to you. They'll hit you up. But for the women, it does the exact vice versa. Make women not like you. Make women act catty with you and just you know what I'm saying disrespectful a little bit.
That's dope.
Now Ruby does the same thing. Whereas Ruby can attract women and they'll listen to you and everything else and it attracts that energy, that divine energy. Whereas men, if they see a man with a ruby on, automatically it's slick hate. It's automatically slick problems. Or same thing with the not Denver, right, but the apophyllite. So yeah, look that up.
One thing
That's
you said about that stone, like I do that with my Oshun. Like a lot of people don't know that Oshun can enchant your makeup. So you can enchant your makeup and certain items with her. You put that on, and a man cannot resist. Like I'm talking about, like anything you say with that lipstick on, it's over.
man, it's so much when you're talking about the divine feminine energy and tapping into it,
It's
anything with
so
art,
much magic.
from the mirror to paintings, even paintings. I've seen people do paintings that had curses on them or spells on them and all sorts of different things. There's one entity that turns men to the other side where they're inhabiting that man's body. So the man ends up turning like you said, not for women, whatever. I want to say the wrong words or whatever, but he said he turns
Right.
into a fun boy. But it was the deity in this painting that turns him out. And the artist would paint this painting and
That's
seal it up and
dope.
send it to somebody as a curse. So people don't even understand how
You know
picture,
what? You're right.
yeah.
Imagery. Cause and also I've seen some shit where like there's actual symbols underneath the painting and then they'll paint over the symbol. So the symbol's actually already there and you're saying the symbol and you don't even know. So there'd be like some subconscious shit. And
And
also I've heard of
I don't
women
always
painting
want to
with
be on
their
the negative
blood.
aspect, but just the powerful
Painting with their
aspect.
blood.
Yeah, that I don't always want to be on the negative aspect, but just saying how powerful it is and how,
Yes.
like you said, how dark it can get is
It
something that
can
we
get
most definitely need
crazy.
to acknowledge it, tap into it. Like you said, go pay Oya a visit from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
You can also blow cinnamon when it's storming outside. Blow cinnamon in the wind. Go to
Mm-hmm.
the rivers. Give offerings to the rivers. Give offerings to Earth itself. Allow Earth herself. You know what I'm saying? So
But
the
if you
more
giving, I want to say, if you guys are going to the ocean and you're giving to Yamoja, you gotta walk left. You don't disrespect her. You have to know like certain principles before you do certain things and really understand these deities before you just mess with them. You have to understand the things that they like, the things they don't like, and the taboos. Because Yamoja, she won't accept you if you don't walk left when you come to her as a woman when you're going to her. So go left and respect, and then you can go regular.
I shall say.
I want to go back though on that scrying mirror thing that you said. So I did some crazy shit. Like I was experimenting at one time with like different type of altar magic. So I will put scrying mirrors underneath my statues so that I will allow them to jump through portals. So like you could scry too, or you could have your statues go. Like you could send them places. You could put them in different things on your altar.
I thought
Or
you were gonna go.
selenite.
Look, when you said, I was just about to say, when you said, when you started talking about not moldavite, but moonstone, I thought you were
Hmm.
gonna tap into that because moonstone ancient communication too, and
It's
I
already
think,
on my issue.
yeah, remember moonstone. If you give a moonstone to somebody, especially somebody that you're involved with, or anybody that you have any kind of deeper connection with, you can communicate with that moonstone. Going back one more time,
Telepathically.
I ain't gonna say no more, but Shiva keeps a moonstone in his hair so he can communicate to his wife. That's wherever she's at in the world, he can communicate her through that moonstone. through dreams, through also like telepathy, all sorts of different things. So that's like if you have somebody that you love, moonstone is a perfect thing between them. Moonstone and rose quartz together is a powerful thing. So
Yep.
yeah, no, goddess, we almost at the hour, man. If y'all
See
have
how
any
quick that
questions,
goes by when you're having fun? No.
I know that's right. And look, I most definitely want to keep on tapping into this dark vault or this shadow vault with you and talking about her story and all these different things we do with stones and all these from some of this really putting their hands to these things and doing rituals and everything else. And like I said, it's not always for the evil, it's for proper preparation prevents poor performance. It's for knowledge. It's
Right.
for if you know that there's evil things out there. Are you gonna tuck your tail and hide and hope that the evil don't get to you, or are you gonna properly prepare yourself and protect yourself from said evils?
Right.
Or even outside of that, just that, are you gonna tap into your true? Or are you gonna tap into your true self, your
Your
divine
true
feminine
power.
energy, your true
Right.
power, your segment energy, your percent energy,
Oh,
your percent
segment. And
energy.
don't forget your Santa Muerte.
So, and that's a low, all right.
What do you say?
Is that a low?
Santa Muerte?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that term is. This is my Santa Muerte. There's different kinds.
Okay.
That you know,
It's just-
Santa Muerte is like very used in Mexico and by drug dealers.
Got you. They might not call it loas, they might call it something else, but it's kind of similar to a loa. But
Yeah, I'm
like you
not
just
sure.
said, they still tapping into that feminine, dark feminine energy, and they have a lot of them that we don't talk about because they would rather give you the bullshit energies. And I'm not saying any energy is bullshit, but they would rather give you the watered down stuff, and you're chasing the masculine energies. But the real energies that get things done is those feminine energies, like you
Hmm.
said, segment energy, or segment energy.
Pumbagira.
Tell me about her.
Pumbagira is for sex workers. Like if you're a sex worker, you would tap into that. She gonna give you the charm. She dances like, and if you're a stripper, because she enchants you as she dances.
Ooh, okay. So you're talking about even tapping into the feminine energy through dance.
Hmm.
So dance is
Most
a ritual.
definitely, dance is a whole ritual in itself.
I say,
As a woman, if you upset, you don't even got to do nothing to nobody. Like a lot of women get really upset and they do shit to people. Instead, if you're a divine woman, you upset, dance. See what happens when you dance. When you
star,
dance, automatically ancestors is coming.
star, star key W11 said first off they said they love the dance, but they said, can you please repeat that name of that goddess, the dancing goddess that you said?
Pumbagira.
Ooh, I love it.
Pumbagira. There's different versions. She's actually known as the female Eshu.
A female. That's true. I think I did. Yeah. I most definitely. She wears
When
burgundy.
Eshu appears in female form, he sends a Pumbagira. And she is beautiful, dancing, of course, usually in like a polka dot. You would see her in a red and black polka dot dress with
I
like
say I
a
did.
nice hat. You know what I mean? Very, very demure, classic pinup type of woman energy.
So dancing, music, like you said,
Straight seduction. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I most definitely I've been dealing with well, always the dragon energy. My great serpent energies is all divine feminine energies. Um, Mama Watson energy.
Mama Wata, she
Yeah,
like milk
and eggs.
and
And
eggs.
eggs. Yeah,
And that's why I say that in Damiadora, Santa Marta. To me, those energies are very close. I'm not sure if they're even separated. Because to me, the way that they are, it's the same likes. They have the same likes. But you gotta know that when you deal with these water spirit and that water energy, that shit is hard. Like it's so powerful. Like come correct. Be
most
ready.
definitely,
Don't play.
most definitely. That's a real thing. I
Don't
think
play
one
with
time,
segment.
yeah, one time I made that mistake of going to the. I went and did shrooms by the beach,
No, no,
and
no.
and a Biki, she's tuning in her. She's a child of Olakun, so we go to the
King
beach.
Olokun.
Yo, we go to the
Asheshel.
beach, and she's tapping into this divine feminine energy. Mind
Yeah,
you,
hit
it's
it
a
harder.
hurricane down here. We're on some beach. I can't even remember what beach we're on, but it's a hurricane going on, and she wants to be on the beach. The water's high. It's a full moon. The water is speaking. The water is surrounding
You
us,
get
but not
sucked the
touching
fuck
us.
in.
Man, look, and then I couldn't do nothing but like a fire sign can fight everything but the ocean. Fight
You
everything
can't
but the
fight the
most just
shroom neither. So you was the two things bigger than you that you can't
bigger
control.
than myself, and talking to those divine feminine energies, and they just surrounding us in the triple darkness, where the moon is the only light you're getting, flashing off the
Man,
water
I think I
and
got
surrounding
recordings
us.
of you calling me from that day. Let's really talk
Yes.
about it. Don't even. You know what? We gonna talk about that later.
Look, and see, these people we think we just
I
be talking, we
remember.
can't be
No, this
working
shit
for
is real.
kids.
That shit was real. Oh my god, y'all. He's amazing, but such growth. But I remember that day. I remember. Oh, I
Look,
want to go back to something real quick. Don't get it twisted. King Olokun is
yes,
deep ocean. Top is Yemoja. Okay, but that's not necessarily a man energy. King Olokun is androgynous, also feminine. So just
I
know
felt
that that is both. There are many that are both.
vex, vex. So yeah, that energy, and then honestly, when you were talking
Says
about
hidden
moldavite,
treasures.
that's what, yeah, that's the shadow vote. Because when we used to do our rituals, people like to keep their stones forever, but sometimes you're supposed to let certain stones go.
Oh
Or the
no, you gotta let
coon,
them go. They
the
serve their
war,
purpose. That's why when they break, but you'll feel the feeling. Sometimes you gotta give your stone to somebody else. You don't hold them. Don't hold anything. Because
even
it
even
serves
if
you. And yeah,
even if it doesn't break, certain stones. When I had abundance of moldavite at one point in time, I would give moldavite.
me
He
too.
wants something that, or the entity Olakun wants something that. Think about it, he, whatever is over all these vast treasures. They want something that somebody ain't never gave them before.
He's in
I was
charge of
giving them
hidden
moldavite.
treasures. All right. Oh, you want to get ill with it? Okay,
Get
let's get ill
moldavite,
with it.
and it
Let's
was
get no. Let's
gradually
get real
happening.
ill with it. You ready? A lot of people don't know about fae. They don't know about the nature magic and fairies. Oh my god! When I go to the woods, the fairies always ask me for things that people don't give them because people always give them stupid shit. Let me tell you something. I gave a fairy an iPhone and I erased somebody's whole memory and reprogrammed them. Let me tell you something about fairies, okay? Fairies can grant all types of shit, and they want shit. They want give that fairy an iPhone 16 and see what the fuck happens. That's all I gotta say. I'll be quiet.
They said Tinkerbell. They think you're playing, but that faith thing is actually a real thing too. Well, we
What?
talk about big
Yo,
deities, don't talk about the
there's
small ones
different
because people
magics,
don't
bro.
realize how important
Yo,
that
yo,
thing is.
yo.
Now, I'm gonna say this:
There's dwarves. There's
there
the
also comes a
elves.
phase too, and some phase ain't like we don't. I hear a lot of people. I be in Atlanta a lot, and there's a whole fake community. So I don't. I
There's some
know how
vampires too,
dangerous.
nigga.
Exactly. I was
They
just about
will
to say.
eat
I know
you.
how deep that fake thing can go, and how deep fake magic goes. So you don't know who's really a fake and who's just saying they're
Yo,
fake.
you,
But
yo, yo,
fake
yo, yo,
are
yo.
actually
And
fake.
then you gotta know the elves and the warlocks. You know, okay, you guys have to really know that there's mad different classifications here. And a lot of niggas is not human. And you could think that they're human, but they're not. Okay? And this is not even possession, none of that. I'm talking about straight bloodline. Like, I got a whole family of elves that serve me. And they like items. So if you trade them like gypsies, elves, they give you all types of shit. Like crazy shit.
Look, a goddess called me one time. I was out doing some kind of ritual. She didn't know what I was doing, but she hits me up from Texas. Big Oshun priest. She hits me up from Texas. She told me to stay from outside at certain hours of the night. Now she didn't know nothing about nothing, but she said respect this hour because let the I forgot what she called them, but she was talking about these powerful witches. She called them a word, and she said these powerful witches are out doing work even on my behalf or things that we might not comprehend. While I'm out there trying to do all this juju, she was like, no,
Yeah, there's
sometimes,
certain days you can't do things.
yeah, she was like, as a man myself, stand down, let the goddesses do what they're gonna do. So that's really why I started getting a little bit back with my rituals. I only do a ritual if I absolutely have to, but it's really the women that was doing the spiritual work, and I'm doing the physical. Like I'm only called on when I'm called on. You know what I'm saying? But the women, like that full moon, even the new moon, every quarter of the moon is tapped in with that divine feminine energy all the way around. They always talk about the full moon, but all moons, and they be trying to trick everybody talking about the moons this and the moons that. But your ancestors have been tapping into that moon for eons and eons and eons. So,
There's
uh,
certain things on a certain days, under certain conditions, under certain retrogrades. There's certain things you can do and cannot do. The one thing I am so grateful for in my life is that I'm very divinely led. I'm talking about that's why I know that I carry certain light codes in my DNA because they have protected me from things like I found out later that you can't just go into the cemetery and see Oya. I found out that you have to have certain things on you, but I automatically did it. Oya would tell me I would wear my Papa Legba strap, and I seen the Jews with all these little things hanging from the bottom of their things, and I'm like, oh, I need those, and I automatically hang these tassels for myself and went in there, and it's just crazy. It's because like when you're called, it doesn't matter if you're initiator or not, because the ancestors will initiate you, bro. They
I
will
said,
show you the way. Like you just need to trust yourself and tap into yourself, though. And that takes up a hell of a lot. It takes a hell of a lot to go against the bullshit programming that is layered on top of you, the distraction frequency and signals given to you. All that shit, you have to block it out and center and come back to yourself, because you have all the answers. You don't need fucking readings. The only thing you need is your tools. There's a point that you get so fucking ascended that you don't even need a fucking crystal. You become the fucking crystal.
you are the
Okay?
crystal. Yeah.
You are the crystal. Honestly, I miss my crystals. But honestly, I am such a fucking beacon of energy that honestly, I just got to control myself. That's just where I'm at right now.
No, I mean, I always tell everybody all the time, we're
I'm
not into the
dangerous.
worship game. We're not worshiping anything. We're utilizing this energy and utilizing these tools. These crystals are power tools. That's exactly what they are. So, yo, real quick, man, before we go, because we just hit an hour mark and I don't want to keep you too late. I know we on a
Okay.
late, but this shadow vote thing is going to be a regular thing. So,
Dope.
because I know you didn't really go all the way into it, but
Nope.
right now, give us one stone. Give us some knowledge on one stone, and I'll give someone on one stone, or some knowledge on one stone that they probably won't get from the outside aspect of it. But give us the flip side of the stone, or the dark side of that stone.
The dark side of something. We already talked about the world like that. I mean, that's honestly the worst thing ever. Mm,
I got two actually. One of them I'm gonna say hematite, hematite
well,
because
well,
you
my
can do
hematite
spells.
breaks is over. Huh?
Well, hematite, if you have crushed up hematite and turn it
Mm-hmm.
into dust, and let's say you blow it on somebody or something like that, you become their judge in the hell. Like when they go to judgment, you're on their council of judges, and you can
Yo,
cast them
that
into
is
hell.
so cool. Like that was
That's
like the
hematite.
coolest fun fact that I never heard of. All right, I got you
Hey,
one. We gonna get one into it because since I'm
this is
Chinese, we're
entertainment
gonna end
purposes
it with
only. I'm
something
just making that
Chinese.
up. Huh?
Damn, what the hell is that shit called? It begins with a C. Come on, it's dark red. It begins with a C.
Carnelian.
No,
Not Carnelian?
no, it's Chinese. Crim something. Thoth talks about it in the Emerald Tablets, and it's
Mm.
used for absolute protection from dying. Actually,
Yeah, you gotta remember that name. Get us that
wait,
name.
hold on. Give me 1 second.
All right.
I have to hold
Another
on.
one. Another one I would say is ruby. Ruby is big magic. Like all the stones
Oh,
that we
I got
talked
it.
about today. What's that?
It's called Cinnabar.
Cinnabar is poisonous.
That's what I was getting to. Give me a
Oh my bad.
second.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now it gives you absolute protection, okay? Especially if you think that you're gonna die or something is gonna happen to you, you wear your cinnabar. But cinnabar is highly poisonous. So if it's not polished and it's in raw state, you cannot touch it. You cannot handle it. And even when you wear it on your skin, like I try to put something underneath it before I put it on top of my skin. It really does its job, but you can't wear it for too long and you can't let it get wet on you because it soaks in and it will kill you like arson. It's a real
Yeah, yeah.
like there's another one like that begins with a V that if you
See,
inhale it,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you could die. It's called
Like
Vivus or something.
Balderite or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, and I had that too because I'm crazy. But it doesn't matter if they're good or bad. You just need your research. You know what I'm saying? Like
Do
know
your
what you're
research. I
selling.
mean, if everybody say they alchemists right now, and I'm gonna go to one even we're talking about magic and alchemy and everything else. Sulfur.
What's
Everybody just
sulfur?
skips all over the sulfur
Oh,
stone.
sulfur. Oh
Yeah.
no, sulfur will fucking kill you. Okay, so I had powdered sulfur because I'm an alchemist, you know what I mean? And I want to make gold and shit. I almost fucking died. Almost died. The fucking whole room was sulfured the fuck out because I want to burn some shit with sulfur. Do not burn anything with fucking sulfur. One, that shit fucking stinks, okay? That shit is like rotten egg death. But that shit, you'll pass out. That shit
But
is
you
like
can also go
ammonia.
to interdimensional. That's interdimensional. Like when you're burning sulfur, you're supposed to be doing that because that makes the entities. I hate saying the word demon because people say demon so lightly and don't quite
They mean to
understand
do
what
it.
demon is. And but you can communicate these things, and this is the smell of their realm. So when you're lighting
So
sulfur or any kind of
let me
each,
go back real quick and just say before we go, I fuck with the demons. Like you gotta have balance, bro. If you don't
you
have
gotta
balance,
explain to
then you're
them
not
what
even
demons
living. You
are.
got your lower
Yeah,
self and your upper self. If you don't understand and have the knowledge about demons got the knowledge. That's one. Like they're gonna teach you. They're gonna really
I'm
fucking
gonna
teach
teach
you,
you.
honestly. They're gonna teach you what the fuck you don't want for real too. But like the demons, like you have to respect it. There's certain things that you could wear. Like you have to wear your lapis lazuli ring control and your amber. I use my amber Starve David from Turkey ring to yield. Like if you don't have that, they're gonna beat you up.
Man, look, I'm gonna give it to him from some free gems right here.
You
Study the
just gave
lesser
him
kings
mad
of Solomon.
gems.
Study the lesser kings of Solomon because every
The
demon has a different
Goetia.
herb. Every demon or whatever you want to call it, because demon only means you could say a light bringer because Damon is demon and Damon was a or Lucifer was a light bringer. He was bringing information.
Lucifer was the god, yo, knowledge, bro, and he
When it
could
comes to
sing and he
demons,
was
these are
fine.
women
He
that
was
they
fine.
like. These are also when we talk about divine feminine energy. When you're talking about Lilith, that's what they would consider a demon. When you're talking about Medusa, that's something they would consider a demon.
But
Or even
again,
in
these
research, I hear people
women
say
were they
dumb
were
shit like
angels first. They were perfection
when they were
first, then
angels first.
fell.
And
Okay,
that's the
so
whole
in
point
the
of.
fall, okay, and remember they fell because they went against and they didn't conform.
And how
Okay,
did she go against? The only reason she went against, and people are not acknowledging what the first sin was. The first sin was to help man, or the first, and that's in any kind of tradition, a nil, an inky situation, all these different situations. Go ahead, go ahead.
on point, on point. It's listen, but what they're not letting you know is understand that if you're Lilith, right, and you in heaven with Lucifer, the most finest angel, and God punishes you and sends you down to fucking Adam, a nigga with no magic. Imagine he's stinky. He's not fucking showering. He doesn't know anything about anything. He can't fucking sing. He only wants to fuck in the same position, missionary. You're not gonna want to stay underneath that nigga. Really? Lilith is the form of taking your power back, saying, I'm not staying here with this ignorant ass nigga, and I'd rather be a demon than stay with him. So that is to tell you what that energy is. If you are trapped in a situation, you call fucking Lilith because she's gonna get you out. If she got away from Adam, she can get you away from whatever nigga you with.
Hold on, pause. I'll say this. Lilith ain't for everybody to call on. That's for women.
No.
There's certain entities that are only for women to call on. So this the message that we're giving y'all right now. This isn't just for every man to, oh, let me go
Right.
holler at Lilith. You got to be kind of chosen for them to even talk to you. Like Mama Wata, I was having a conversation with one person. They said, no, the little boy on Mama Wata's lap is a grown man. No, it's the child. It's the child.
No,
It's that.
it's a real, it's not a grown man. Like this is what I be
I'm glad
saying.
that a
People,
matriarch is saying this. I'm glad that a
right.
woman is saying these things. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I say there are divine women and there's also Jezebel spirits. So you have to know the difference. I saw a post today that was talking about that, hit on it. Jezebel and divine are totally different spirits.
Ooh.
We That's a whole different, that's a whole area because one leads you to success, wholeness, and love. And the other one leads you to that lower nature that you want, full of chaos, sexualism, and bullshit. It takes you into the fucking downward spiral. You could go up or you could go down. If you want to ride the middle, you can, but you know, you got to pick one.
I still say a woman can be your greatest come up or the greatest downfall, whichever one. You know what I'm
Greatest
saying?
asset or the death of you.
Greatest exactly. So yeah, guys, man, I appreciate it. Like I say, we I think we gave them a lot tonight.
They got a
We
lot.
can
Y'all
let,
got a lot right now. Y'all better take
yeah,
that.
you know what I'm
Look
saying.
at your scrying mirror and make some shit jump.
One more thing, man. There's one more thing. We didn't touch on Sophia. We talked about a lot of
I was
entities. Tell me
about
about
to
Sophia.
say that too. Okay, real quick. Sophia is ancient wisdom, okay? She's the one that sent, okay, in my mind, the Eve down because there was Eve 1, Eve 2, and Eve 3. The original Eve was supreme intelligence, but they had to take her out when the demiurge tried to make the atom alive and they couldn't animate the atom so that they had to bring in the same light body. So Sophia, she to me is She's everything. She's light aura. She's divine feminine principle absoluteness.
What stone are you meditating with when you're trying to communicate with Sophia?
I don't know. I don't use a stone. She's light. Like like well, you know what I'll give a suggestion.
Hmm.
I would do the Lumerian quartz.
Ooh.
That's my suggestion. Cause that's high frequency, light body, clear. It's hard to get there with that because that one is just purity. It's like perfection. Like what's
Quartz, yeah, yeah.
perfect?
Quartz in general, yeah, I most definitely could see
Quartz.
that. 'Cause quartz is programmable, and then you will be
But
doing the other
Lumerian gives me
work.
that Atlantis, which gives me,
Man, man, we had a whole debate about that whole Lemurian quartz thing, but that's for another time. But yeah, I got a couple of those. But yeah, quartz most definitely is powerful, and you can communicate with quartz.
quartz
So,
keeps you on your path and quartz communicates back. If you put some copper on quartz, you can see the interaction.
and then this is the last one because I keep on saying last one. I want to give
There
another
is
one.
no last one. Know who we are. This shit is infinite. This is infinite
Infinite. I
knowledge,
say, I
infinite.
say.
And it
How
gets
you feel about
exciting.
Azurite? How you feel about Azurite?
The blue one,
Yeah.
I have
Have you
that. I
have
use
you
that
tapped?
with Yemoja. I I do.
You can use it literally. That's communication for me. I sit in a dark room and I was on shrooms or whatever, and I sit in the dark room and I hold this Azurite. Yeah, I mean, if we gonna do it, you go into the triple deck. When you talk about the emerald tablets, it tells you to sit into
Mm-hmm.
the triple darkness.
Don't get me
So
started with the emerald tablets.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
all the
I'm listening
thing.
to the emerald tablets over and over and over again because you're
100
supposed to. You
times.
know what I'm saying? So
Read it 100
you're
times.
sitting and listening to it. So, you know what I'm saying? So you're listening to all these times. It tells you sit into the darkness, go into the darkness. That's how you self-initiate. You go into the darkness and you talk to these dark entities. That's how I initially start speaking to this dragon energy, holding this azurite, and it opens up doors. It opens up like bells for you. Azurite is like that's why they call it the stone of heaven because it's taking you through different dimensions. So yeah, that's a
Damn, I have that and I use it. I just let it sit
what's
there.
that
I
up?
don't really pick it up. It's crazy he said Azurite. Yeah. This was so educational. Even for me, guys. You don't even know. There's just so many crystals.
So plug yourself again, Ming. I see you doing a whole lot of stuff on IG and everything. You always doing some kind of event. Plug yourself, man. Tell us how to find you, what you do, what's going on.
All right, guys. You got to check me out. I just did Balloon Pop NYC Finding Love Edition. And then you could check me out. I just did Diaper Man. We went viral for Content Day. I am a special guest for Content Day in Atlantic City coming up on the 24th. So you guys come see me at that. And then I got some joint called it's for New York Fashion Week. It's called Cut. It's a power shoot for models. So you come out, you can shoot right there, live on location. And that one is gonna be September 13th. Okay. And I'm actually making content. I got my OF for the, sexual side. I embrace all aspects of myself. So hit me up. My Instagram is Meng Inc. Mengink. My TikTok is Meng Inc Vision. Menkvision. If you need anything spiritually, I am an amplifier. I move energy. I make things so. I release you from things that you can't release yourself. I do work on donation, but I also have other things that I can do for you, rituals, ceremonies, meditation, all that stuff. Just hit me. Ming Ink Vision.
Man, appreciate guys, appreciate you.
It was
Uh,
amazing that you had me. I love you guys. I don't know if you guys know. I've had Orisha Stone. Like the first time I got a piece from them, I was addicted and they made me all types of stuff that got me in trouble. And now I'm here today. Just know that he made me a wand, and that wand had carnelian and Egyptian pharaoh head and some sex coins on it. And then it had a tip of jet, and I won quite a many things in the lottery with that little thing. But it also gave me all types of boyfriends that I didn't need. So, again, very
That's a crazy
powerful.
story. That's a crazy story because you remember we ended up meeting your ex in Atlanta and we did a whole show with him out of nowhere. That's still kind of a legendary story. We'll tell that next time. In the comments, they say they love your tattoos. They haven't even seen. You got to
Thank
check
you
her page
guys.
out to see. She
Yes.
don't have tattoos. She has maps all over her body. So
Yeah. So they
most definitely
usually
divine
recognize
feminine
me when I go
energy
to places. I'm very
and
fond of
different.
Adinka symbols now. That's what I'm working with. I
I'll
was
share.
on
I'll share.
Ink
You
Master
know,
a few times, season 7, episode 1, and I was on season
today
3,
too.
episode
Like
2.
how body art is ritualistic too. how that's
I have a unicrystal hexagram right here, which I use it for instant invocation and banishment. So I actually have it in my head. So I don't have to do a ritual. I can close my eyes and I can summon and I can banish.
let's talk about that
And
next
right
time.
here is my philosopher's stone. And that's a whole nother thing.
Talk about how tattoos are actually portals in your body, and people don't realize when they just getting random tattoos in their body what's going on. But yeah, that's a
I
whole
have
nother
throat
thing,
chakra
man.
on throat chakra. You have to think before you ink. This is classic. Whatever you tattoo is gonna happen. I told you guys I fucking had Lilith symbol right here, and I burned a whole house down on a full moon on my period. So that's why I covered it up with this Nazi Buddha. That's what's really under there. Lilith's under there because I couldn't control her. So she's a part of me. I integrated Lilith into my matrix, but she was too much. My Michael sigil could not even contain her. She needed something else.
You
So
telling
I
us some
just
shit.
put a Nazi Buddha on top to give her peace because that motherfucker right there,
You said
boy.
that so casual, like it was just normal information, but you just gave them so much science on how to not only control entities, but work with these entities and let them run through you. You know what I'm saying? Even I remember one of our old ones was the Ganesh energy. But like I said, man, hey,
Love
man,
Ganesha.
yeah,
Ganesha removes Aspu, same as Ogun.
I say.
Ogun and Ganesha, they're gonna remove that shit
But,
for you.
but this is about to make sure. This is about to make
Okay,
sure.
bye. I know.
Yeah. Peace and blessings to the
We gotta
goddess.
talk about Durga and Kali Ma though. You need to talk about Kali
Kalima.
more, guys. You need
You know
Kali
what?
more.
You're right. And
She
the
eats
Taurus, the
people.
green Tara, black Tara,
Yes.
or red Tara, all the Taurus.
Sirens.
So yeah, most definitely. Next time, let's talk about the Taras and each stone for each Tara. So I
Okay.
appreciate you again, goddess, man. Big love to the matriarch, man. Keep doing your magic and getting bigger and bigger and better and better. And man, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Ashe.
I say, talk to you later, goddess.
Lafayette.